Hello everyone, so our video for today is all about how to charge an hybrid vehicle battery. So if you wonder, do we need to charge the hybrid battery? Okay, knowing that in some hybrid electric vehicle, charging of the hybrid battery is done by the regenerative braking system and by the engine itself driving the MG1 motor to charge the hybrid battery. But in this case, so I'm going to charge the hybrid battery because it is only used on training the students. So seldom we use the car for driving outside. So that is why yung car natin is palagi lang nandito sa training area, because to use the regenerative braking system, so the requirements is you need to run the car, and every time you apply brakes or during deceleration, that is only the time that your regenerative braking system will activate or charge your hybrid battery. And also during the engine is running, so not totally your engine will fully charge the hybrid battery, because the engine will automatically shut off at the moment that the minimum charge of the hybrid battery is reached. So ngayon I will try to show you the procedures on how to charge an hybrid battery. Okay, so now I will be showing to you the state of charge of our hybrid battery. So as you notice on this block, this area, it shows the individual module voltage of the hybrid battery. And as you notice also, on this area, okay, the state of charge of the battery now is around 41.5%. And on the upper portion, the maximum is around 47%. And the minimum is 41.5%. So we're going to try this one to charge our hybrid battery to make it 100% state of charge. Okay, I will be showing to you later the procedure. Okay, the first procedure that we are going to do in charging the hybrid battery is you need to disable the high voltage circuit of the hybrid vehicle. So the first procedure that we are going to do is to switch off the ignition. So switch off the ignition, just push once. Okay, so the system now is off, and don't forget the key to move away. Okay, bring with you the key, so that it will not be automatically detected, especially if it is inside the vehicle. So after that one, we are going to wait for at least 2 minutes in order some of the information on the instrument panel will be saved by some of the computers of these systems. So we will wait for approximately 2 minutes, and after that one, we are going to disconnect the negative terminal of the auxiliary battery. Okay, the next thing that you will do is do not forget to put a warning sign that we are working an high voltage circuit, okay, on this vehicle. So this warning sign will give information to other co-workers that you are working with the high voltage, and even themselves, because safety is not only protecting yourself but also protecting the lives of others. So that is why you need to put an information sign, so that they will not accidentally touching anything in the vehicle that will cause injuries, especially electrocution, because we are working in the high voltage system circuit. So after we put that one, so I'm going to open the hood now and disconnect the negative terminal of the vehicle. Okay, now I'm going to remove the negative terminal of the auxiliary battery. So by the way, in the fourth generation Prius, most of our auxiliary battery is already on the engine under the hood area or engine bay area, compared to the second and third. So most of our auxiliary battery is on the luggage compartment. So now, the first thing that you will do is, all you have to do is, you need to loosen this nut only. Okay, you need to loosen this one. So a while ago I loosened this one, and now I will going to disconnect. Okay, going to disconnect. Then after that, we are going to check the gloves. So I will be taking now the gloves, and I will show you what are the preparation that you will need to do in before using the gloves. Now I have the gloves now. So what type of gloves that we are going to use in servicing high voltage vehicle or the hybrid electric vehicle? So in choosing the gloves, see to it that our gloves is, kung nakikita nyo, class 0 po siya. It should be class 0. Okay? Class 0 will protect you up to maximum 100 volts, 1000 volts. Take note, Hindi, it is not an ordinary gloves. You need to choose or use a class 0 gloves. So kung bibili tayo ng mga gloves for hybrid system, see to it is class 0, because specification of class 0 may protect you up to 1000 volts po. So paano po i-check? Before wearing it, see to it that walang damage. So visual inspection. And the next thing that you will do is see to it that even small damage may lead to an injury po. So how to check the gloves before wearing it? So all you have to do is do it by side like this. Then you need to fold until the air will be trapped inside the gloves, and try to feel. See to it that there is no leaking in the gloves before using. Okay. So if there is leaking, do not use the gloves. So do it like this side, then fold the upper portion, then check again if there is leaking. Okay. Okay, there is no leaking, and now it is safe to use the gloves. Okay, the next thing that we are going to do is to remove this component. This is what we call the service plug grip. This is the connector connected on your positive side of the high voltage cable, that once you remove it, high voltage electricity from your hybrid battery will not flow on the going to the inverter part of the hybrid vehicle system. So how to remove this one? All you have to do is pull down, then pull up like this. So again, from down, pull down like this position. The connector arm now is down, then pull up. Okay, pull up, then pull. Okay. Now as you notice, there is a connector, okay, on this area. Okay, so these are one of the interlocks on the system. Okay, once you will remove the service plug, at the same time you are removing the interlock system. So once the interlock system is being removed, so the hybrid battery now is being disabled. Okay, so it means no more high voltage can flow now going to the inverter, and it is now safe to work on the hybrid system. The next thing, always remember, after removing the service plug grip, do not put anywhere. The safest place to put is in your pocket. Okay, so in mine I will put here in my pocket. Okay, because we need to hide this one, because sometimes some of your co-worker will play to you, then accidentally inserted it while you are working on the engine side. So it is a very big problem if somebody will play you and you put anywhere the service plug, and somebody will plug it in again and you are working there. So safety first, you need to hide this one. So after removing the service plug grip, we need to wait at least 10 minutes. Okay, why? We need to give time so that the high voltage capacitor inside this inverter converter assembly will be discharged. Okay, do not work immediately at the moment you remove the service plug ring. Give 10 minutes to allow our high voltage capacitor inside the inverter converter assembly to be discharged by the system. And you need to remove some common bolts and disengage some of the connectors. So we have one connector here, we have one bolt here, you need to remove, and you have also to remove one connector. There's another connector here, you need to disengage, and you need to disengage these two connectors. So how to disengage? All you have to do is push sideward, then pull up the connector. Same thing with the other, push, then up, then now you can see freely. Okay, we need to measure, we need to remove first these two bolts, 1 and 2. We need to remove that one, and we need to remove this cover so that we can access the high voltage capacitor terminals and measure it. Now, before measuring the high voltage capacitor, see to it that our multimeter is capable in high voltage measurement. So that is why on down part you have your multimeter class. So in this multimeter, it should be from cat 2. Cat 2 can measure up to 1000 volts, 1000 volts. Do not use multimeter lower than this specification. We need at least cat 2 to measure the high voltage capacitor, or else our multimeter will be damaged. Okay, now as I told you earlier, so we need to measure after 10 minutes. So now we need to measure on that connector, on that orange connector. So I'm going to show to you how to connect our multimeter on that connectors. Now we are going to set our multimeter to DC. Okay, then now I already connected the two terminals to the high voltage connectors. Now I have approximately 14 or around. This one should be 0 volts. Should be 0 volts. Okay, so wait until it will become 0, and you can work now. We will continue to work. Okay, 5, 4. Wait until 0. Now, okay. Now 0 already, so it is safe. Okay. After we confirm that the high voltage capacitor is already 0, the next thing that we will do is to remove the seat. Okay, this seat cushion, because under this seat is the location of our high voltage hybrid battery. Okay, the next procedure is we need to remove this bar. Okay, we need to remove this bar. So to remove this bar, we have how many bolts? 1 on the other side, 2, and there are 4 bolts here. That is around 14 mm bolts on the front. So we are going to remove that one first. Okay, see to it in removing components around the battery. See to it that our tools has the specification of 1000 volts. Okay, it should be 1000 volts. We cannot use ordinary tools here because we are working with the high voltage battery. As you notice, all of my tools is rated 1000 volts, or it can protect us for the maximum of 1000 volts. Okay, now I already removed the bar. Okay, the seat cushion support bar. Now the next thing that we are going to remove is this cover. So we are going to remove these following bolts. One, need to remove this one. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5. So it means we are going to remove this bolt. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the last thing, the safety clips that I'm going to teach you how to remove this one later. So I'm going to remove the 10 mm bolts and nuts. Okay, now the last thing that you are going to remove is this safety clip. So what tools that we are going to use in removing that safety clips? So if you notice on our service plug grip, may tools po dyan. Ito yung gagamitin natin. So this is the special tools used to remove this safety clip. So I'm going to remove that one. Okay, all you have to do is align the pin on the hole. Then next, just turn the clip. Okay, so you must hold this one in turning. So as you notice, the connector now already moves up, and it is time for us to remove this safety clip. The next thing, we are going to remove the cover. Okay, so we need to remove the cover. Okay, then we are going to disconnect these two high voltage cable, because we are going to connect the charger on that terminals later. Okay, now as you notice, high voltage cable is already disconnected. Okay, so this is the high voltage cable going to your inverter. So now I'm going to connect now the hybrid vehicle battery charger, or the Toyota hybrid system charger 2. Okay, what we have here now is our THS charger, or Toyota hybrid system charger. So what we have now is the charger itself. You have the high voltage cable that we are going to connect later, and the low voltage cable. So this cable first, we are going to connect it here. Okay, the small one is for the orange cable, or the high voltage cable, and you have also the black cable. This cable is connected on this terminal, your low voltage cable. So I'm going to connect it now. Okay. Okay, all you have to do is remove the cover. Remove the cover. So for the low voltage, the only thing you will need is to check this lock. This lock should be on the upper part. Okay, so you need to connect on the upper part. This one, just lock it. And this green wire is connected on this terminal. Okay, so it's connected here. So you need to nag-video ako. Oh, okay. Yeah. Charger. So charger. I'm going to connect the low voltage cable. Next, the high voltage cable. Okay, now we're going to connect these two connectors and the hybrid junction block, specifically on the battery terminals on that side. And don't worry, this connector cannot be interchangeable. It will not fit in if you wrongly connected it on that connectors on the junction block. Don't worry. Okay, as you notice, I already connect the high voltage cable on the hybrid vehicle junction block. So again, don't worry, the connector cannot be interchanged because it will not fit in inside. Then after that one, securely put this cable, because we are going to connect again the cover to to complete the chargings. Okay, so the next one, we are going to put back the cover. Okay, the next thing that you will do is connect the low voltage cable. The white terminal should be on this bolt, the green one should be on this nut, and the black one for the low voltage wire is connected on this nut. So white, green, and black. So you need to remember this connection, or else we cannot charge the hybrid high voltage battery. So we are going to tight press. Okay, what is the next procedure? The next procedure is we are going to install back the service plug grip. Okay, so to install it, so take note, you need to position your service plug grip like this, then align it on the connector. Then go up. Okay, so double check the connection. Okay, double check the connection. So now we are going to do an active test to allow the system and relay to switch on in order to charge the hybrid battery. Next procedure, after installing the service plug grip, install back the negative terminal of the battery, and do not forget to tighten this one. So all is ready now. Now we will go inside and we will do the active test using the diagnostic tools. Okay, next procedure, after installing the service plug grip and then negative terminal of the battery, switch the ignition. Okay, ignition on. Then we will do now the active test using the Toyota THS diagnostic tool. Okay, so now we'll do active test. Okay, wait for it. Then go hybrid battery charging, or hybrid battery charge. Okay, then check okay. And usually then we are going to check we're going to check. Okay, we will move down first this menu. Then we are going to go to the system main relay. We'll go to system main relay. Okay, take note this one. This one is the system main relay. The first 4 system main relay should turn on once I click on the start button. I will try. Okay, start. Okay, not yet. Oh, we have an error. Okay, take note, don't forget to install back this connector, or else the system main relay will not switch on. That will allow us for charging the battery. So I will put it back first. Now I put back the connectors. Okay, don't forget that one. Don't forget that one. You cannot do the active test if you will not reinstall back that connectors. Okay, now I start already. Now as you notice, all 4 system and relay is already on. It means we are ready for charging the hybrid battery. But before that one, there is also a warning light here. The ready warning lamp is flashing, informing us that the hybrid battery now can be charged using the Toyota hybrid system charger. So let's go to the charger, and I will going to show you how to switch on the Toyota hybrid system charger, hybrid battery charger. Okay, so after that things, so see to it that we need to plug in the charger to our 220 power source. So I plug it in already. And how to operate the charger. So first, release the emergency stop switch. Okay, just turn this switch and it will release. Then turn on the breaker switch. Okay, then after turning on the breaker switch, turn on the main switch, then press the start switch for charging. Okay, So as you notice, the charger will do initial check first to check if the system or our hybrid system have a problem, our connection is correct, because the charger itself will not continue to charge our hybrid battery if there is a problem in connection or even on the system. Okay, so as you notice, fault, high voltage circuit open, there is a fault. So it means we need to check again our system why there is a high voltage circuit open. Okay, so you must double check once again, because as I notice here, the system in relay switch off. Okay, so and the ready warning lamp is not anymore flashing there, so you need to do again to start the click the start. Okay, like that. We need to switch on again ignition, switch off, and switch on and again. Okay, so now I switch on back the system main relay by doing the active test menu. Okay, and again the already warning lamp is flashing, so we will again switch on the charger. Okay, we will repeat the procedure. Release the high voltage safety switch, turn on the circuit breaker, switch on the main switch, then push and wait until charging will start. And do not forget to double check. Okay, as you notice, still on ready mode. So it means no problem, but we need to confirm it on the charger itself. Okay, initial check, we need to wait. Okay, now charging. So the charger now is charging our hybrid battery. Now per cycle, according to the manual, we need to charge it 3 cycles. In 1 cycle, we need to wait for 10 minutes. Okay, so we will wait for 10 minutes and we'll give you update later. Okay, now we are going to monitor now the black voltage and the state of charge. How many percent our hybrid battery state of charge now? So around now we have a maximum of 54% with a minimum 53% state of charge of the hybrid battery. Okay, so we are going to wait 13 minutes and we will see it again, how many percent it increases. So now by looking on the data, we can monitor the voltage and on our hybrid battery. Now after finish, the finish indicator light is already switched on, indicating that our hybrid battery is already fully charged. But we need to check how many percent the state of charge of our battery inside. So I will give you an update once again. So as you notice, it is around 53% state of charge, but we need to add another cycle, another 10 minutes, because as you notice, it's still on the 50% mark. So I will switch on again the charger. I will do active test again to switch on the system in relay and do same procedure to charge your hybrid battery. Okay, as you notice, again the hybrid battery or the system in relay is again on, because I need to charge another cycle or another 10 minutes. So I will be doing same settings on the hybrid battery charger. Again, another cycle. Switch on the system and relay, the main switch, and push button. And see to it, you need to release the emergency stop button. As you notice, the system again initialize to check if there is a problem on the system. And later, this warning lamp will go to charging. Now another fresh 10 minutes we need to wait to ensure that our hybrid battery is fully charged. Now again we are now finished in our second cycle or 10 minutes. So the Toyota hybrid system charger finish indicator light informing us that the charging is done already. Okay, so we'll give you an update again later. Okay, now we are now on our third cycle. So same thing, do active test and see to it that the system main relay positive and pre-charge pre-charge main relay and the ground main relay is switch on. Now we will go again on the charger, switch again for the last time for the third cycle. Okay, third cycle is finished. So what we will do now is again switch off the main switch and the main circuit breaker, then plug in the safety bottom or emergency stop switch. So that is the complete procedure in charging your hybrid battery. So what I observed now, after 3 cycle of charging, our hybrid battery indicator is around 80% only. Okay, so around 80% or above 50%, because according to the manual, so we cannot make the hybrid battery fully charged to give way during regenerative braking system. Okay, so as you notice, so this charge is enough to drive your vehicle. So all you have to do now, the next is you need to deactivate. Okay, you need to stop, disconnect the main relay. Okay, the next thing that we will do is again we will remove the service plug grip there, remove the negative battery, or do again the procedures in disabling or shutting down the high voltage circuit. And you need to return back all the original connections on the system, and that's it. That is the complete procedure and charging a hybrid battery. Okay, thank you. That is all for today, and see you on my next videos. Okay, the next thing is you need to ensure that no fault code is stored on the system. So that is why we need to check our hybrid control. If there is fault code, just click next. Okay, we'll wait, we'll see if there is some fault code. So you notice there is no fault code. Okay, so now the battery is charged now, and we can drive already our hybrid vehicle.